Hello guys, Merry Christmas to all of you. Dyutam Joy from Dauntless Dyutams here. Welcome to Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 Part 20. We are playing this game in Master of Deduction difficulty. Follow us in Facebook and Twitter. Links are given below. Today we will do the quest Sacrificial Lamb. We have to visit Mr. Vogel as he invited us in Cordona Abbey. Let's see what we have in our stock. So without much delay, let's start investigation as Sherlock Holmes. Let's begin. So guys, before beginning of the quest, the Sacrificial Lamb, let us complete the final challenge of John. Let's do it. Defend the king with the bishop. Okay. Save the king by retreating. John dares me to checkmate him in one move. His figures are black. Not save the king.
Oh, nice move. You saved the king and checkmated the black king with the rook.
That's it. John dares me to play chess with him. The white king is under attack. I need to save him and checkmate the opponent in one turn. John's figures are black. I saved the white king and checkmated the black king with the rook. Nice. Now we will begin our quest, Sacrificial Lamb. So there is an invitation from Mr. Vogel and we have to disguise ourselves. Okay, let's do it. Prince of Darkness turns heads from cracking skull. Okay. Mariner John. Why not? Wow. Nice outfit. Let's go. John, let's go. Yep. We have arrived. Kurt Manko's mansion. So let's go.
Welcome, sir. I do hope you enjoy yourself.
I hope so.
Enjoy the evening, sir. There is still plenty of time before the grand finale.
All right.
What if I write an article about these people here? Can you help me gather information about Cordona's elite?
Okay, let's see. John asked me to look for information that he might use to write an article exposing the local elite. Yellow page.
Could you help me? Don't take it personally, sir. But I know nothing about this.
My goodness, Sherlock. They made a blood fountain.
No, John, it's definitely not blood, just wine. Cahors, is it a guess?
Yes. Mischievous society.
Sherlock! Friend! I wasn't sure you'd come.
Mr. VV.
Werner, I see you are not yourself.
The more time you spend here in Cordona, the more I feel it my duty to bring you into our world and show you all we have to offer.
And what is on offer today?
Pleasure, indulgence, relief, and relaxation. You've earned some time for yourself, have you not?
Those who know me would say I'm incapable of it.
Nonsense. I refuse to believe there is anyone permitted to know Sherlock Holmes.
You may be right.
Then free yourself from inhibition and expectation. The night is young, and so are the guests. You should try to enjoy both. It's not healthy for handsome men to spend every night alone, and certainly not in a house with such melancholic memories.
I must admit, my travels have proven more taxing than expected. I'm less confident in my life and myself. Time of relaxation seems a distant dream.
So can I tempt you with a physical aid to your moral consolations? There's wine, of course, and something to smoke, or perhaps an artificial paradise? Yes, something more spiritual, a potentiator to sharpen the mind. A 7% solution of, well, that'd be telling, but you must try it.
Yep.
My mind already operates at a far higher level than most. I struggle to believe anything could improve it. My ultimate duty is to provide the world with truth, and I do that perfectly well as is.
Duty? You've never cared about that before.
Of course I do. Exposing a lie, revealing a fact, that is a moral responsibility.
That's not morality. Morals are what happens afterwards when truth collides with consequence. Do you ever follow up on cases you solved? Do you ever see what happened next, visit the victims, ensure justice is served in the courts? And how do you choose where to direct your attention? Are there not deserving causes to which your brilliance could be applied but isn't?
You ascribe me more power than I possess. I have a narrow skill set and work within that mandate. What occurs afterward is irrelevant.
With every action or inaction, you place a finger on the scales of morality. Many in the city would see you as abdicating your responsibility.
I haven't.
Not me, of course. Morality is subjective, just like truth. There is little to be gained from indulging in it, and far better things to indulge in. Now I must insist on easing any burdens I've placed upon your shoulders. Show yourself a kindness, and try this rather delectable concoction.
If this solution truly does assist with thinking, then perhaps it would be puerile to overlook an opportunity to study it. I'll take it with me.
Yes, Sherlock. Very good. And now, our evening begins in earnest. I just remembered. I'm sorry, Sherlock. My mind's delightfully impaired. Please take this key. It opens the altar room, past the library.
Pardon? Altar room? What now, Werner?
Go quickly and find our Fabio. Only you can make him talk. I'll join you in a minute.
Okay. Let's see. So Vogel's testimony. Vogel gave me a key so I could talk to someone named Fabio in the altar room. Okay. And this is the key. So let's go. Oh my god.
My God. Was he here this whole time?
Cold murder. Very creepy. Very, very creepy. Dead. Let's see.
This crude tattoo partially covers as slave branding.
Slave.
This golden handle has a bloodstain on it.
Some serpent type of figure.
The dagger is heavy and sharp, but lacks balance. The wound is deep. A precise strike reached the heart.
Oh.
This worm-like sigil has been drawn with his own blood. A blunt-force trauma may have suffered an internal hemorrhage. The victim has clenched the fabric so firmly in his fist that it's nigh impossible to remove it. He died right here. The sign reminds me of the astrological symbol for Mars. This one looks like a twisted symbol of Venus, drawn in a hurry.
Okay.
This oil has a slight aroma of flowers and olive. The ointment smells mouse-like. I presume it is an aphrodisiac prepared from a Spanish fly.
Okay.
The herbs here are Salvia divinorum. They have a slight hallucinogenic effect to emphasize the ceremony. This elaborate box must be for the ritual dagger. Enough cigars to burn down the entire mansion. An open wound spoiled the carpet. Blood. A sturdy bottle met a not-so-sturdy human. It didn't break only because it was unopened. Why don't people tidy up after themselves?
So let's see what we got. A private room where guests can smoke in comfort. There were droplets of blood on the carpet. A wine bottle stained with blood was lying on the floor. Okay. Fabio was dead when I found him. Ritual dagger. This masterfully forged dagger is heavy and unbalanced but sharp. Its handle is made of gold. The handle has a blood stain on it. Okay.
The wounded person was here for some time. A bloody handprint on an armchair. A person leaned against the doorframe. They left a smudged trail of blood. There appear to be no further traces leading to the altar.
What about the mind place? Fabio was killed in a ritual murder. Fabio was sacrificed on the altar during an occult ritual. Seems like a cult.
Werner, care to explain what is going on here?
On nights like these, it's not unusual for some attendees to get a little exuberant. It's part of the appeal. Unfortunately, it appears things have gotten out of hand. Yes, some are more prone to bend the rules of morality.
That's murder. I doubt there's anything left to bend. Why did you not tell me immediately? We were chatting about trivial matters for some time.
If I'm completely honest, Sherlock, I've consumed a rather potent cocktail of substances. My attention slips and drifts. But I'm glad I thought to call for you.
You sent me a disguise.
Oh dear, did I? Well, since I found the body, Mr. Manchios has agreed that you can investigate the matter. I promise my mind will behave itself going forward.
All right. Pull yourself together, Werner.
Who is Mr. Manchios?
Mr. Manchios is the owner of the manor, yes?
And the host of Cordona's most memorable parties. He promises even the ugliest guest a partner for the night. And for the ones with more unconventional tastes, Mr. Manchios provides other services.
What a caring person.
You cannot begin to imagine.
How did you discover the body? In between guzzles of alcohol?
I was set to perform in a fecundity rite with Fabio and came to inquire further. It was a staged ritual where he was to play the principle of life.
And the rehearsal was unsuccessful?
Huh, who knows? I found him alone on the altar, his blood dripping to the floor.
And then?
Then I called Mr. Manchios. He was panicking, so I told him about you. We left the room and locked the door. Then we were
Filling time?
waiting for you was stressful. We indulged in some simple comforts. Overindulged, perhaps.
Okay. The police know nothing.
The police remain unaware of this tragic event?
Some of them may be hiding behind their masks. They conceal many things. But we didn't want the authorities to create more problems. Besides, after a few cocktails, they will have soared to new heights.
How do you know I even want the case?
I promised you relaxation. If there's one thing I know about you, Sherlock, it's that nothing soothes you more than a good mystery.
Yes, you are right.
Were you well acquainted with Fabio, the victim?
Everyone knew Fabio, or wanted to. His beauty was the talk of the island. Too handsome to go unnoticed. He was magnetic. Fat wallets fought for the privilege of having him. He offered the pleasures of performance, and more.
When you discovered the body, was the door open?
No, it was locked. Oh, that reminds me. It's a minor detail, but the first time I came to speak to Fabio, I left without entering, having been unable to open the door.
You didn't have the key?
No, I had it. Don't look at me like that. I was mostly sober. I suspect there was a key in the other side of the door, blocking the lock.
That detail may very well be major, Werner. Well done. So you returned later only to find the lock was not blocked?
Correct. After an hour had passed, I tried again and was able to unlock the door. That's when I discovered poor, handsome Fabio.
Okay.
What about the fertility ritual? There was something about Fabio being a principle of life.
Fabio was supposed to portray the beauty of life's origin. Flowers, oil. Not this travesty that seems straight out of the Inquisition.
So this ritual is not the fertility rite. What was it meant to look like?
It begins with a woman lying naked in a flower bed on the altar. She represents Gaia, the earth. As I cover her in oils, we chant for the principle. As our calls reach a climax, Fabio enters and copulates with her. After he finishes, I stab her with a dagger. That part's just pretend, of course.
But the intercourse is not?
I did not expect you to be such a prude. Are you a virgin? It is nothing to be ashamed of, but it would explain the color of your cheeks. The fertility rite marks the start of our festivities. The principle of life is beautiful, intimate, essential. It must not be stopped.
Yet it appears that someone did stop it. What about the naked woman? Can you tell me anything about her?
Oh yes, Matista. She's one of Fabio's compatriots and a performer too. I haven't seen her today, actually.
So the plot thickens. So Matista, the performer, the second performer hired to play in the ritual with Fabio was his partner Matista. And Vogel's testimony, the door was locked the first time Vogel tried to enter the room to talk to Fabio. After an hour, Vogel attempted to open it again, and that time nothing blocked the keyhole from the inside. So he was able to enter. According to Vogel, Fabio was a performer and an entertainer for the rich guests. Matista was Fabio's fellow artist and she worked with him. Mr. Manchios is the owner of the mansion and the organizer of the parties. Alright.
Manchios had to enforce the masks after the scandal. Manchios had to
So Yellow Press, people describes a scandal from a previous party. Vice Governor Cowden was found by his wife to be a Prussian duchess in the company of young men. Although the marriage was intended to be a political one, the emotions of the duchess were real. The incident instigated a political crisis between Cordona and Prussia. Although there were only a few notes of protest, the governor fired his protege. Okay.
That's what I like about this party. Bring me more dirt, Sherry. One more piece, and I can expose these base hedonists.
Do you know what was here before Manchio's family bought it? Do you know what was here before Manchio's family bought it?
Okay. Yellow Press. Before Manchio's family, the mansion was owned by an occultist architect. He dedicated his life to conducting a powerful ritual from the forgotten tomb. But the ordinary magic circles proved too weak for it. That was why he built this mansion. A keen eye might notice that its shapes correspond with certain magical symbols and some walls have cavities. One day, the architect simply disappeared. An ash stain on the floor was all that remained. Perhaps he was successful in his endeavor.
I'll pin them down, Biscoop. Thank you, Sherlock.
Okay. So, John's challenge completed.
Identical to the robes the guests are wearing. The pitcher is empty, but with puddles around it. Blood clots are adhered to the sides of the drain. Props, decorations, and tools for a more detailed set. This is a different ritual.
Ritual scenario. I have found a scenario of some sort of ritual with a remark written at the beginning. It says, "Read and rehearse this rite, Manchios." The naked omen lies on the altar on a bed of flowers symbolizing Mother Gaia. The one who leads the ritual oils the body of the omen to awaken her inner fertility. Participants should chant at this moment and call for the man who can please Mother Gaia. Then the man who will impersonate the principle of life may come to engage in sexual congress with her. Okay. Manchio's note: don't ignore the guests, Matista, and stop boring them. They don't want to hear about your stupidities. They want to feel how beautiful they are and how generous you can be towards them. You are here to please and celebrate life. Remember, each guest paid a great deal to be with you. Manchios.
How can anyone accept such behaviour?
Manchios.
A useful tool for a disguise arsenal. Handcrafted and luxurious cufflinks. There's also a note. For my Fabio, Banchos.
My Fabio.
The key is similar to the one that Vogel gave me. The capital F on the key fob might refer to Fabio.
Would you recognise me in one of these? I suppose not.
Similar to the guests' robes, apart from the bloodstains.
So, Sherry, do you have any ideas about the case?
Perhaps. I think I can deduce what happened here.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think we are done.
The bottle was used as a weapon during a scuffle in the smoking lounge. Then, to ensure no one would interrupt, the murderer locked the door. The unconscious body of the victim was moved to the altar room. Once the body was on the altar, the murderer thrust the dagger into the victim's heart. Symbols were drawn with the blood. The wardrobe was used to hide the bloodied robe from anyone's eyes. The killer washed himself and took a clean robe from the hanger before leaving.
Are you alright? You're on the floor, not moving.
I think I know what happened here. I'm starting to put the pieces together.
Fabio was stabbed.
I see nothing gets past you, Werner. Yes, he was stabbed, but only after being knocked out in the next room and placed here. I do not yet know why.
So, who's responsible?
Well, it was one person working alone, and the murderer has now donned a robe. He or she could be hiding in plain sight. We have lost time, Werner, but your discretion may prove to be a benediction after all.
Benediction. Let's see. Okay. Circumstances of Fabio's death. The murderer had a key to the altar room. The murderer was in possession of a key to the altar room and locked the door. Okay. Okay, the ritual was a cover. The ritual was staged. It was a cover for the true murder motive.
The murderer had to have access to this room. After the crime, he used his own key to lock the door. So, who had the key to the altar room?
I'm not sure. As a special guest, I was provided one by Mr. Manchios. He should be able to tell you of any others.
Where can I find him?
Most likely in the main hall, entertaining his guests. He has a mask with golden stars. You can't miss him. But please be discreet. We don't want to risk disturbing the revelry.
Okay. So Kurt Manchio's appearance. Kurt Manchios should know who had the key to the altar room. Vogel told me he saw him in the hall. The man wears a mask with golden stars and is most probably still nervous after the discovery of the body. Okay. So Vogel doesn't know who could have had the key to the room and proposes to ask Mr. Manchios about it. Okay. So guys, till now we have a few evidences for the murder mystery of Mr. Fabio. We need to talk to Mr. Manchio, who is the owner of this mansion. We will do this in the next part. Well guys, that's all from 20th part of Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. In this channel, you will watch and enjoy latest games walkthrough in the hardest difficulty available part by part till the end. We need your support guys. Please do like, subscribe and share the video. Make sure to hit the notification bell and stay updated with our recent content. We would love to hear from you guys and wholeheartedly appreciate your valuable feedback. Dyutam Joy from Dauntless Dyutams signing out. See you in the next part. Till then, take care and stay alert like Sherlock.